Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So that didn't take long. Donald Trump's terrorists have already started making threats against the Colorado Supreme Court members since they ruled that he should be removed from the primary ballot in that state. The justice's decision, as you probably already know by this time, stated in part, quote, President Trump did not merely incite the insurrection. Even when the siege on the Capitol was fully underway, he continued to support it by repeatedly demanding that Vice President Pence refuse to perform his constitutional duty and by calling senators to persuade them to stop the counting of the electoral votes. These actions constituted overt, voluntary, and direct participation in the insurrection. We conclude that the foregoing evidence, the great bulk of which was undisputed at trial, established that President Trump engaged in insurrection. So that didn't go over well with MAGA, and of course their go-to move is violence. So according to a report obtained by NBC News, Trump's rabid supporters started doxing the justices immediately. They posted their email addresses, phone numbers, their office addresses, all online. And then they started issuing threats and encouraging others to take action. The Washington Post said that in addition to the violence, the post also contained racist and homophobic comments. I know you're all shocked to hear that. Anyway, in regard to the threats, one social media user wrote, quote, this ends when we kill all these fuckers. Another person wrote, quote, kill judges, behead judges, roundhouse kick a judge into the concrete, slam dunk a judge's baby into the trash can. Various other people talked about using hollow point bullets, rifles, bombs, rope. We all know Trump is responsible for this. He is responsible for inciting the violent rhetoric because many of these comments were made in reply to his post about the Colorado decision. Daniel Jones is the president of Advanced Democracy. That's the group that compiled this report. And he said, quote, we are seeing significant violent language and threats being made against the Colorado justices and others perceived to be behind yesterday's Colorado Supreme Court ruling. And Jones also said, quote, Trump's statements, which have sought to delegitimize and politicize the actions of the courts, is serving as a key driver of the violent rhetoric. So political leaders on both sides of the aisle, he said, need to speak out. And they need to talk about, social media platforms and their role in all of this. And, they need to look at their own actions. I'm all for free speech, but this is clear incitement. We can never allow ourselves to become immune to any of this. This is not normal. And we have to remember that. We have to remind ourselves this level of domestic terrorism is unprecedented in our country. And it is 100% a byproduct of Trump's actions and his words. Any other person seeing and hearing about all of these violent threats and about the threats against the FBI and all the other threats that have been made by his supporters, any other person with a conscience, with a decency about them, would denounce these people. He would condemn his followers' behavior. The fact that Trump remains silent tells you everything you need to know about him. He is a sociopath, and he wants this to happen. His silence proves it, that he is okay with it at worst. At best, he is inciting it and hoping for it. It's unreal. And sadly, there are some people in our society who know nothing else. There are some people who grew up in the Trump era who will know no other way of being. To them, this is normal. This is what politics is all about. It's a blood sport. It's not just policy differences. I don't know how we get back to normal. I don't know that we can at this point. Anyway, I will let you guys know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if possible. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.